Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message, and I want to let you all know that weak people, they want to destroy you and humble you. The reason why I'm making this video message is because I am sure that many of you out here have experienced in the past or currently you are going through a situation where you are linked up or connected to someone or several people who have a lot of weaknesses within them. And those weaknesses is anger, rage, unhealed and unaddressed pain. Now, there are two types of weak people that I want to discuss with you all today. And I want to just break this down. This was in my spirit to talk to you all about this. The first set of weak people are people who are magnificent. They are precise and they are surgical, as I like to say sometimes, at managing their pain and their anger, rage, and weaknesses. These are the types of people that they very well know what is in them. They know about childhood trauma. They know about the toxic areas of themselves. They know that they need some type of therapy. They know that they are off the chart and off the meter when it comes to how they treat people, how they talk to people, their way of thinking, and their everyday behavior and conduct. They know this, but they are great at managing it. They manage it because they understand that when they are around you, maybe you're a family member, maybe you're their child, maybe you're a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend or somebody that works with them. They understand if you make them mad or you offend them in some way, they know that they're not going to lash out at you or mistreat you or dog you out, because the real source of their pain did not come from you. And so if you bump heads with this type of weak person, or you fall out with them, or like I said, you offend them, they still know how to manage those weaknesses and that anger and rage, and they know how to conduct themselves and act right when it comes to you. On the other hand, there are some weak people out here. They are in denial. They don't want to admit that they have weaknesses, unhealed pain, rage, and anger. They lie about it and they don't want to confront it. They have not addressed it through prayer and fasting, some level of therapy. They have not found anybody that they can confide in, or they intentionally avoid trying to confide in somebody who actually may be safe, but they don't want to share with them how they feel. And so what they do is, when that person or different people make them angry, they offend them, they will do whatever they need to do to make that person feel pain. They will do whatever they can to humiliate that person, to embarrass that person, to shame that person. They have what you call displaced anger. And let me tell you what displaced anger is. Displaced anger is just anger that's directed at the wrong person. So for example, you're out in your car one day and you're coming home from work and somebody cuts you off in traffic, and because you don't know them and because you don't know where they live, you didn't follow them or anything, I hope not, you'll go home and you will snap out on one of your kids. You will curse them out. You'll snap out on your husband or your wife. You'll snap out on a coworker. You'll just snap out on somebody else randomly that you see at the grocery store or in public. You'll be real short-tempered and real quick in anger and snappy and, snarky with people, simply because somebody earlier that day cut you off in traffic. And so because you can't get to them, you'll just lash out at everybody else because you have not been able to deal with or get a hold of the person that really is the source of your pain. And so these weak people that are out here who absolutely refuse to seek help, they refuse to pray and put it on the altar at the Lord's feet. They refuse to go to therapy. They refuse to admit that there are several issues and weaknesses and anger that is in them that is very dangerous. They want to break you down because you are the one that's closest to them. You all need to know, if you don't already know, that these types of weak people are the ones who want to break you and they want to humiliate you. Someone that walks around that is full of rage and full of anger and full of disappointment. They have had so many failures in life. They have not grown into the man or the woman that they feel they should be, or the man or woman that other people tell them they should be. These types will do whatever they can to make you feel low. And here's the I got you part. They don't care about it. They don't care about how they make you feel. They don't care about how they address you. They don't care about how they talk to you. They don't care about how they approach you. They don't care about making you cry. They don't care about inflicting and causing you pain because they're in pain. And when you come around these types of people, when somebody is in pain and they don't want to address or admit their pain, you got to understand that you are non-important to them. Your pain and their disrespect towards you, they don't care about it. Some weak people, that is their goal. They want to bring you down. And a lot of weak people, from what I've seen and what I've experienced with some along my way and along my journey in life, they seem to want to humble and hurt intentionally and break down, humiliate, and shame people who have some level of light. They have some level of light. Either you are a very positive person, you are a very joyful person, you are the type of person when you walk in a room, you do nothing but uplift people. You always have an answer to a problem or a dilemma that somebody has. You are hopeful. And what they fail to realize is that when they see these things in you, they really don't realize that they are seeing strength wrapped in struggle. You yourself may be struggling. You yourself may be unhealed. You yourself may have issues that you are addressing, but the finished product has not arrived yet within you. And so you know how to put that stuff on the back burner, continue to pray in the secret place, but it doesn't make you mistreat other people. But because you happen to be married to this person, because this person is a friend of yours, because you have to work with this person and you cannot avoid them for whatever reason, they try to break you down because they don't have that certain level of healing that you have. They don't have that certain level of light that you have. They don't have a positive, joyful, uplifting spirit and attitude. When people start losing hope in themselves, and when people are so comfortable and okay, and they have rested in their pain, and like I said, in their bitterness, whatever their weaknesses are, they don't care about trying to destroy you. On today in this video message, I want to let you all know that when you come across anybody that you see weaknesses in, now is the time for you to exercise. Try your best to exercise some level of understanding before you are quick to write them off. Because I truly believe, this is just me talking now, I truly believe that some people, their weaknesses, their anger, their unhealed pain, and the rage that is in them, because they may be ashamed of it, they may be embarrassed of it, they may feel and believe that nobody will ever understand what they're going through or what they're feeling. I believe this is why they are comfortable and okay trying to destroy you. Sometimes a weak person, just think about it for a second. Let's just be real here. There have been moments where some of us, at some point in our life, we had a weak moment. We had a weak season, and that season may have lasted for 2 or 3 or 5 years. It may have lasted for 10 years. Some of these areas may still be going on in your life now, and you constantly have to put it at the throne. You constantly have to pray. You constantly have to get into the presence of God and cry about it. It's kind of like a thorn. But I believe that certain weak people who want to humiliate you, they will set up certain scenarios to embarrass you. They will see a weakness in you, or they will see a mistake that you made that only they initially knew about, but they'll go and tell everybody else. They will expose it to everybody else because they know people will be shocked to hear a certain thing about you. They will be shocked to see certain things about you. Because when you come out in public and when you come around people, it's not that you hiding anything. It's not that you are fake or a phony person. It's just that you understand that what you deal with and what you battle with, it's nobody else's business. But you let your light shine. Whatever issues and chaos and drama or imperfections you have, you leave it in the parking lot before you go to work. You leave it in the bathroom at the church before you walk in the sanctuary. You leave it at home before you go and meet up with your friends. And when you see people, you are on your best behavior because you don't want to bring that toxic, negative, nasty work and nasty energy around other people. But weak people who want to humiliate and destroy you, anybody can get it. And I truly believe that they do this because they don't believe that they can come to a level where they know how to manage their rage and manage their pain and manage their anger. So now, I'm telling all of you all in this video message, if you are currently dreading the fact that you have to go home to a very weak husband or wife, they are very abusive verbally and emotionally and spiritually or even physically. I'm going to talk about that in another video message. I want you to come from another place of understanding, and I want you to bring your level of prayer up in this particular area. You all have to come up to a different level of prayer when you are faced with this. Because what does a lot of people do when they come across somebody that's weak? What they do is they avoid them. They cut them off. And yes, sometimes we do need to cut people off. We do need to avoid them because when you are around certain calibers of people, they will risk your safety and well-being. They will risk you losing something in particular because when they lash out on you, it goes deeper than it ought to. But on the flip side of it, if this is a child, okay, and they have grown up and you're the parent, and they're weak, they're cursing you out, they're screaming at you, they're hollering at you. You're dating somebody, you've been in a relationship with them for some years, and they are very weak. Every time you fall out with them and bump heads with them, they calling you out of your name. They hitting below the belt. They're bringing up who you used to be when they first got with you. You have a certain family member, they've seen certain things that are weak about you. They've seen certain things that are not really appealing about you. Although you're a beautiful person in your own way and your own right, but they feel the need to shame you and tell everybody else what you go through and your weaknesses and failures. I want you all to open up a different line and a different level of prayer and begin to pray that every single weak person that you are confronted with or you are connected to, pray that God begins to uproot these levels of weaknesses, rage, pain, and unhealed and unaddressed issues and toxicity that is within them. See, a lot of people, their prayers are for the wrong things. And it becomes idols for some people, and it also becomes distractions. But we have got to learn to pray for more serious matters and more serious issues. A lot of people, they will tell you, pray for your finances, as you should. They will tell you, pray for marriage, as you should, if that's what you desire and if that is in the will of God. They will tell you, pray for the new car that you want. Pray for the new house that you want. Pray for your healing, as you should be praying for all of these things. But people forget to tell you, you've got to spend time and pray prayers for people who are weak, who look to destroy you and humiliate you. You've got to be very precise sometimes. And as you grow in God, God will give you a precise and pristine level of discernment to where you will be able to see deeper into a situation with another person. And it's not for you to shame them. It's not for you to guilt trip them. And it's not for you to tell them everything that you see. But sometimes the Holy Spirit will allow you to see things in people or a situation simply for you to pray against it and pray for that person. Did you guys know that there are some people out here, they are so weak, they are so angry, they are so broken, they are so depressed, they are so hopeless that they cannot even pray for themselves. They can't. I know you all don't want to believe that. We put these things out and we tell people, pray, give it to God. They don't know how. They don't feel like giving it to God. They want instant results. But you, if you know God, and you know the voice of God, and you know what the Holy Spirit does, and you know that you keep coming in contact with people who are angry, you keep coming in contact with people who want to break you. You all know when you come across somebody that wants to break you, you know what it looks like. There are some people here, they want to break you down. They hate to see you coming. They hate when you punch in at work. They hate when you arrive at church. They hate when you come to a family gathering. Certain mutual friends you have, they hate when you come around and they want to break you. When they see that pretty smile you got, when they hear the jokes you cracking, when they see how you got the charisma, when they see that you still have hope and faith in God, and you may be a mess yourself. Praise God. You may be going through some stuff yourself, but they still hate it and they want to break you down. They'll see that joy you have and they'll call you out your name. Oh, you didn't put on a lot of weight. When that's not even the subject at hand. That's not the issue at hand. But they will try to throw a curveball at you to get everybody else that's in the room laughing and talking, and they want all eyes on you. They want to break you down. You finally get into a relationship. Oh, that's your little boyfriend. Oh, that's your little girlfriend, bro. Why he with you? Why is she with you? These are the types of things you experience. Or sometimes you will show these types of weak people love and they will still curse you out. They will still scream at you. They will still holler at you. You will still try to shake their hand, give them a kiss on the cheek, hug them. And they will look at you like you are the scum of the earth. I'm telling you all now, in order for you to see a different level, and in order for you to get to another level in your prayer life, begin to pray for the things that you have never prayed for, but you keep seeing it. You keep seeing it play out in front of your face. Certain things keep confronting you. And you don't understand it. You don't know how to deal with it. You feel like you don't have the power and the strength to deal with it. I'm telling you now, weak people are out here. And they are trying to humiliate and break a lot of men and women of God. And a rise of this is happening. It's happening in this season because things are shaking. Things are shifting. Things are changing. And so, instead of being distracted by the tricks of the enemy, worrying about the wrong thing and repeatedly praying about the wrong things, sometimes we have got to pray about the things that are uncomfortable, that we don't understand, but we know a change has to come in that thing. We know that something has to be burned out. We know that something has to be transformed and shifted for the better. Pray for the weak. Pray for the people who don't know God. They have not had an encounter with God. They have not had an experience with God. But you have the power. You know God. You know the voice of God. You have discernment. You know when you see the enemy has risen his head, even when it has manifested within a person. that you love and that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. That is the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.